Today I wanted to share a method for hanging and displaying artwork that has been really useful to me. And this method was actually originally shown to me by Jeff Hughes, who is an artist in the Birmingham area and also in the Hoover area. And me and his wife Vicky were uh, like booth neighbors at a show here at Moss Rock Preserve, and so so we got to chatting and sharing different ideas and methods and things that worked. And so I'm gonna ask him before I share this video. I'm gonna ask him if it's okay for me to share this method with everyone. But I think that this is a very creative and useful technique, and so I wanted to just show it to y'all. So basically, this is a name tag. So this is just something that you can get from online. Okay, I realized I wanted to actually show you the box. So this is what it is. It's Avery name tags. So name badges. Yeah, so anyways, I'm like, I might need to flip this. I don't know if it's reading all right. Anyways, so yeah, these are just printable, made by Avery. You have the little plastic slip that comes with it and a little, pin kind of thing. I use this as my template to make sure I have the right amount of, white space around it, because I don't want it all the way up to the edge. I want that nice white space there. So I just use this. I just handwrite all of mine. But if you have a lot, or if you don't like your handwriting or don't like that look, you can print these. It's Avery, so it'll, you can download the Avery templates for it. It gives you the number right there for the template. And so you can design and it's just a little perforated thing, so you can run it through the printer if you do an Avery template, or you can, and then that has a nice professional look. I like to actually handwrite my price tags, partly because I like to be able to, if I need to make them on the day of the show, if I'm last minute like that, I can. So basically I keep it attached to the back of my paintings. I just keep it on the little wire, and so that way I never lose it. I don't have to separate it when I'm packing my stuff up. I don't have to separate it from the painting, and then when I'm hanging it up, I don't have to search through a whole bunch to search and figure out which one goes with what. And also that can be complicated because my name and my inventory number is on the back, and so if I have that up and it's on the back, then I'm kind of looking back and forth to figure out which one goes with what. But if I, at the time I'm putting it up, I can take this pin off and then put it on. So I'm just going to kind of show you an example of how this works on this display panel that I have back here. So that way you've got it, keep it straight, saves you some time. So these are those curtain, what are these called? Curtain hooks, curtain pins. Anyways, when I first joined the Mountain Brook Art Association, they just explained to me about using these for displays, and so they gave me that tip, and so I went and bought these. That's what we use. So you can just put it on the display panel. You can stick it in. The display that I have in my tent is basically one where you just hang it on the, it's like a fabric thing, but it, it's very strong, so you can, anyways, you can put it up like that. So you have that there. The other tip that Jeff Hughes gave me was that when he does he plans out his display, and then he puts a safety pin to mark where these hooks are going to go. So then when he gets out there, he just slips the hooks in right by the safety pin, and then just puts his paintings up. So that way, that saves a lot of time in hanging his display. And also, I don't typically do that because a lot of times I'm kind of last minute with my paintings that I'm getting completed, so I don't have it all mapped out. But sometimes I have done that, and partly because sometimes it helps me know what spaces do I have to fill and how many, or if these ones also sell, like how many of these do I have and how many more should I make and things like that. So especially for like some of my smaller ones, it's like I want to know that I have enough so that if something sells, I can put something else up and I've, you know, got enough. And so, yeah, so anyways, it's very helpful. It also can be very helpful if you have someone else helping you. That way you're not kind of figuring it out there. They're just helping you like put the hooks in where they go and putting the painting up. So then you just put the painting, of course, you know, you put the wire on these little hooks here. And then once that's up, you just, you would like just hook that in right there. So you've got your little price tag, and you just, if in this case, like if you have like what I have where it's fabric panels, you can just clip it actually into the fabric, and that's really nice. If you don't have the fabric and you have like what's under here where it's just a grid, this also works just going on the grid. It's, so like what I'm doing now here is I'm going through the fabric, through the grid, but like if it was just the plain grid and you didn't have the fabric covering it, it still would work. Like it would still fit. You would be a little bit more limited as far as like where it needs to sit, because it would have to go around one of these. I don't know if you can like see. Yeah, you can kind of see, like there's these little, you can see the grids. Here you can see it better. So it would just need to go and sit like kind of around one of these. So it'd be more limited as far as like where the position of it can be, but not very much. And so yeah, that works really well. The other thing that I've started to do also is I have some of my artwork up at a lobby. Just, you know, a business owner invited me to come and put up some of my artwork, and to have the option for people to contact me to buy the artwork from there, but it's just in their lobby. So I'm responsible for the display. So it's not like, you know, putting my artwork in a gallery where they take care of the display. And so what I've done is I've used these and put these little command strip, the little Velcro ones, the ones for like stabilizing, like if you're stabilizing a picture, then you would use this, I guess. I'm not sure what all they're used for, but that's what it's advertised as, that you can put it like at the bottom of your picture frame and it keeps it in place. So yeah, so it's like kind of a Velcro thing, so that way you have the command strip with the other part of the Velcro like stuck to the wall, and then you just stick this on there. And then also it's nice because when I change out the artwork there, I can just change out the you know, the price tag, and I don't have to do a new thing up there, obviously. But yeah, so that's also nice because these are reusable and everything. What I did before is a lot of times I would just have like a paper thing like this. It would be basically like I had cut out my own things like this size, or maybe I had like a business card thing that I had gotten, like Avery business card size ones, and it was just like a plain thing or whatever. And excuse me. And I would just like kind of like tape it to the back of, like, I would put tape on the back, and like either I would tape it to my canvas, like here, you know, you put tape there, or I would tape it to the grid. And either way, that was kind of a pain. Like, it was kind of tedious, and it was kind of this like thing of like making it fit right and get right, and they could get knocked off actually pretty easily. And if you know, sometimes you had to like finagle it a little bit more. I found this method with the using this name tag as so much of a simpler method, but especially because of the fact that when you pack up, you just, you know, you unclip, you take this down, and then you take this off, and you just can put that in there. Also, if you're replacing a painting with another painting that's like the same size, what I sometimes do is I don't bother like unclipping this from, like, if this sells, basically I would take this out, and just when I put up my next piece, I just take that price tag out of its one, the one for it, and I put that up. And so yeah, the way that I do yeah, and then I always put my inventory number and my name on the back, partly because some of the shows that I do, they have other people like checking you out, like for the group shows with the Mountain Brook Art Association. Sometimes you like leave the work there and other people are checking you out, and so they need to know like who the artist is. When they're looking at the price tag, they need to have like the artist name on it. And so I just have it on the back, because for the shows where, you know, I'm doing my own booth and I'm doing my own sales, I don't really want to have that on the front of all of my price tags, because it's like they're in my booth. They know obviously I'm the artist, so it's not like I'm sharing the booth with someone else. And so it doesn't need to be on the front, but I like to just have it on the back, because that way it's there for when I do that kind of show and I don't have to like think about it too much. So anyways, so that's how I do that, and I think it's a really good method. Someone else taught it to me, so now I'm telling it to you guys, and hoping that sharing that will be a time saver for someone who's maybe prepping for a show. And yeah, good luck.